My name is Rajnish. I am an actor, and I've been acting for about 20 years. I'm also a doctor.
But if you just listen to me, I think you'll find that it's a simple and fantastic way to revolutionize.
Just concentrate on what you were hired to do.
I respect your advice on this, but if you just listen to me, we can change the way we treat schizophrenic patients.
So the film I just did is called SAHO. It's a story about two strangers who share a cab ride together, something which seems like very mundane and something like every day, but share a moment because they're both going through some extreme and trying circumstances in their lives. And I think it sort of captures the essence of the chaos that's all around us, and sometimes we maybe don't even realize that the other person or the person in front of us who might seem like they have the perfect life but is going through almost exactly the same thing. So it kind of sort of puts in perspective about how we're all a little bit different, but we're actually all going through the same thing. Rajiv is a first-time director and writer, but I think he did a really nice job. I really liked the essence of the script. It's a short and sweet story, but it says a lot even in those few minutes. I think so that really spoke to me. It captured sort of the raw emotion of people who are struggling with whatever situation they have in their lives, and how most of us deal with it, and how most of us sometimes are helpless to deal with it. So I think there was a lot of raw emotion in it, even though at the end of the day it's about two people in a cab. So I like the juxtaposition of it, and I think he told the story really well. I love being a doctor, and you know, medicine has always been a big part of my life and my career, and I still enjoy it a lot. And acting has always been my passion. It's been very difficult to juggle both of these, especially like a career like medicine takes a lot more time and effort than maybe, you know, some other careers, but it's been very rewarding. So I would say I'm pretty blessed to have had the opportunity to play a part in both worlds. And yeah, it's a constant struggle and it's a constant balancing act, but it's also a lot of fun.
Excuse me. I could get used to this. Would you like to sit down and, you know, cry over there for a minute?
Not surprisingly, both my parents are doctors, and so when I was growing up, I kind of wanted to be, you know, an actor or a writer or something, and my parents were interesting. I remember my dad used to say that, you know, you can be whatever you want to be once you finish medical school. So I always thought that was like a hilarious thing. Like, you know, it's like, as long as you're a doctor, you can do whatever you want. And that's kind of ultimately what ended up happening.
I've lost my house, my family. I've betrayed all my friends. I'm an outcast.
Every script or every project has, you know, some great merits to it, and there's no perfect script. Obviously, I'm not getting paid like millions of dollars to do any kind of project, but I do it still because I love the whole process. I love storytelling. I love being able to like play a character and sort of explore that character. So I still see it as a passion project. So I'm happy to like work with, no matter if they're like a first-time writer like Rajiv was, or even like a established studio. If I get the opportunity to do some good work, I always say yes to it.
Isn't this illegal?
Well, I look like a lawyer. I don't know whether it's legal or not.
How do I know you're not a cop trying to frame me?
I guess you're just going to have to take me on faith, kid.
Well, I'll have to think about that, Jake.
I played an episode lead on an Amazon Prime series called Made in Heaven, which is like a show in India.
Yeah, it's Jeet. I guess I would want her to be interesting. You know, like, because I feel like I'm really interesting. Well, you know, I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but I think, like, you know, communication is very important. So I feel like, actually, I would also, more than communication, maybe compromise. I think compromise is probably the most important thing. So as long as she can, like, you know, compromise, and so she should be interesting so that, you know, we can be interesting to each other. She should be able to compromise. Whenever there's a situation, I think I can, no, I mean, we will both, we'll both help each other, help her compromise. Very progressive, well-educated, liberal person, and I am, of course, I am all these things, but surprisingly, I'm very old school when it comes to this. You know, I just want someone to stay at home and, you know, like, do, like, home stuff, you know, like, receive all the packages from Amazon. I have Prime, so there's, like, a lot more stuff coming in.
And so that was a great experience. Present is SAHO, obviously. We're screening at the South Asian Film Festival, so I'm really excited about that. And then in the future, I'm working on a comedy web series. Comedy is like my real passion and interest, and obviously, as you can tell, I'm really funny.
Not just a cook, you know, like, I don't want someone who can just cook. I want like a chef. Really I really like marathons, but like not running them, but like Netflix marathons. You need to have, I think, like some sort of, you know, attraction, because, like, you know, I know she will find me attractive. You know, any body shape is good, but as long as, you know, it's like probably like sort of slim. Not just try to impress me, but, like, you know, win me over, you know, like, just like, because I'm not easy to win over. Excellent. Yeah. Thank you. No, thank you. You were great.
There's a lot of rejection in this industry. So there's a lot of, like, great roles that you might audition for and you might not get, and it might seem like, you know, it's hopeless and you've auditioned for so many roles and you keep getting rejected. But, you know, even in those rejections, you learn a little bit something. It sounds like a cliche, but just keep going at it. Keep going, putting yourself out there. Keep learning. Keep trying to improve yourself. Be open to critical feedback, because, you know, nobody becomes an expert overnight. Surround yourself with positive people who can help you, and don't forget why you were doing this in the first place, because of the love of the art itself. So just don't give up, keep trying. Eventually something good will happen.